Hello.
Hey, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib, open mic. The link's on the right-hand side. I had planned sort of a different show, but didn't realize what a fiasco that VXP weekend was going to be. I'm not really sure how much we have to say about it at this point, but the way I currently see it is that the burden on the player has been increased by 4 to 5 times relative to the last seed cycle. And all we're asked to do is suicide our ships and then coin back the repairs on them so we can be competing in the next raid cycle. I would understand it completely if they just doubled it. Because from what we've been able to tell, because of the release of the flagship, we're going to have a second VXP weekend. But at this point, it seems, in my mind, to be sort of completely out of control with just inflation. Like there's no end to what they're going to ask from us. I don't know if this is a large experiment that they're doing on us. But yeah, I don't know how long this shows. If you have things to say, the link's on the right-hand side. Feel free to join. Let me go ahead and introduce everybody from left to right. Toxic, good morning.
G'day everyone, how are we?
Yes, Andy. Simba.
Hello.
Magic Mike.
Hello.
Watchman.
Hi, everyone.
Father George.
This is not the VXP weekend you were looking for.
No, definitely not. And Ben.
Hello, everyone.
And this is Hefe, spending 10.5 hours repairing my fleet of 4 to get minimal VXP. What's the number we get? With a triple salty per ship, we get 4,659, I think. I don't have the number right in front of me, but I think that's close, right?
So how many hits to rank us?
I think about 15 or 16.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm not doing it.
Well, I mean,
I'm not.
I wouldn't say wouldn't do it,
I'm
but
not
I
going to pay
would.
for it. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for the second one and see if they've got it to a more realistic.
Yeah, if they don't fix this one, then I can fix that one. The base amount that you get is 2,163 before salty or anything.
At the moment, I don't agree with the damage that's being done, or the repair times.
Especially there's no strategy in it.
No, I don't know. I'll wait to the second one to see what happens.
Yeah, it's 6,489 with a triple salty per ship, and we're required to get about I think it's 92K or 95K for these ships.
Somewhere in there.
So, yeah, and I took a look at the discussion thread from last year's Siege Cycle VXP weekend, and people were still complaining, but it was taking them like 3 to 4 hits in order to score their ships. They're Buccaneers. Yeah. But yeah, that's not the case here today. So, has anybody found any workarounds besides having a bigger credit card than the next person?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Not for the Eradicator, haven't.
Yeah, and I took a Breacher Dreadnought in there, and even though the damage should be comparable, I couldn't tell if it just wasn't aiming at the turrets and aiming at other buildings in there, but it was just scratching them. I don't have any armor on it, but I have a full set of specials and a full set of Arbalest 2s on it, which is ballistic like our current ships, but it didn't seem to be working that well. Maybe because I didn't have enough rank on it. Maybe that was the issue. But yeah.
That's the one I can't get.
I took 3 breaches in, 2 Arbalest and one scattergun. and I was not the very first time, but I was able to kill it, the whole target with those 3 ships.
Okay, but you were able to kill it after a couple of hits?
Yeah, it took 3 hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does take a while, yeah.
And
But
did your breaches die in the first 2?
No,
Okay.
they didn't.
Right.
There were one was close to dying, but you can, if you look, if you take it really easy and carefully, you can sort of see where those turret ranges are, and you can hide behind the mountains and stuff like that. So it wasn't too bad. It was a fun target to do, but even with 3 breaches, the most I got was I think 19,000 VXP. So
yeah, that's about right. That's 3 of them dying would be 19,000. Yeah, because you actually doing damage did not help your VXP.
Yeah.
No, you just get the token, didn't you? So
I think I got 2 tokens or 1 token. Can't remember now. 1 or 2.
Okay, it used to be 3. Did they drop it to 1? I mean, that's what they said up there.
You get 1 token per target per 88 that you kill. But
Oh wow, that's
It should be 3.
it used
3
to be
10Ks.
So they might have dropped that again.
I thought it was only 1.
Well, it says above the screen that it will drop a Defender VXP token. Everybody's used to what's been going on for the last year or so. When you kill the high-level elite VXP target, it drops 3 that are worth, I think, 10,000 each.
Yeah, Defender tokens, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So was it worth 10,000? Is it the same one? They're just dropping 1 now.
You might be dropping 3, but you might only just saw the pop-up screen, so you didn't actually look at the total in your token count.
Yeah, I'll have to do it again later on. Find out. Yeah, it'd be interesting. So I only saw saw the token come up and you got the you earned that, blah blah blah. I said okay, but whether it was 1 or 3, I can't really say now. It was only 1 showing. There wasn't like 3 next to each other or something like that.
No, it only shows 1.
It shows 1 and it says times 3.
Yeah. Or whatever, but yeah, you have to check your totals.
Yeah, I'll have to do it again to have a look.
It doesn't say times 3 on the top.
No, it won't say times 3. It just shows 1 token, but you actually should be getting 3.
Should you? Because it doesn't say that.
Well, you got to check your totals before you go in and when you get out, and then you'll know. But it used to be 3.
It used to be. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Well, Sixpack
just
saying
says
it's 3.
it will drop a Defender token upon destruction. It doesn't say tokens. It's not plural. It only says token.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I wouldn't take any of those messages to be, verbatim.
Yeah, I know.
They're sort of impressionistic at best. So
yeah.
All right. So it doesn't sound like we found a smart way to work on this, as far as besides what 180 hours of repair within a 36-hour window.
The plan was originally to use the breachers because the flexions changed since the refactor, but they factored that in and have deflection bypasses in there for PvP hulls.
But didn't they always? It was just a huge, massive amount of armor that we were getting away with.
They did, but I don't think it was to the I don't know if it was like 100%. I think they just did like a 50 or something because they did expect people to rank Conquerors in there. I mean, that's the only place you can rank them. But now, I mean, where it's a PvP specific, class target. I mean, that just seems kind of silly. I mean, the breaches went down. The breaches have a lot of health, and they went down pretty damn fast. I mean, we won't go into hitting the target, or hitting the turret 67 times and doing, 1% of damage to it.
Oh, they die. If you stand in front of that radioactive turret, you can watch the health bar go down. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little short range one, too, that friggin' just chews the hell out of it.
Okay, well, speaking of that, if we haven't figured out any way to fix Okay, somebody fall off their chair. But if we haven't figured out a way to deal with the VXP target in order to get VXP, is there a lot of things that people are seeing in these targets that are as of interest? When I was hitting, I didn't notice. Does anybody think evade is at play at all? Did you see projectiles miss? Well, it's hard to tell because a lot of them were splash and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen a guy with fucking hydras auto the VXP targets and kill it. I'm like, what the hell? So if you need tokens and you got hydras, use those if you want the tokens.
Yeah, George, you saw some things on Discord that there's a bonus for the fleet involved for killing the target.
And I'm not sure how much it is because they had said something about it. I think we talked about it a little bit on Wednesday and we weren't quite sure. And I got some clarification. There's supposed to be a bonus, but somebody finished one and it was like negligible. It
was like 500 VXP, the one I saw in the forums. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's not even just really.
Should be like 5,000 at minimum.
You would think, but I mean, damn.
500, that's like per ship, or 500 total. So you're getting like what, 100 a ship? Come on.
Yeah. It's I don't know what to think. I'm not sure how they plan ahead with this. If they don't make any corrections mid-course on this, do they still? Where do they draw the line as far as how they set the expectations on as far as the player fleets in the next raid? Do they assume that everybody has skull fleets even though they've done this, or do they dial things back, or do they wait to dial things back after the first day like they did in last raid?
Well, the other question is why are the VXP targets raid level targets?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, they know. I mean, we certainly can't have 4 built out in a week. And it's always been kind of like a known thing that we wanted to get the blanks out to rank, and yet, surprise. I mean,
it's where we draw the line, isn't it? Not where they draw the line.
That's what it's going to be. It's when the players just stop. I mean,
because the amount of money they're expecting us to throw at it to rank a fleet is outrageous. It's a game.
Yeah.
And it's outrageous.
Yeah, it's like when they had the pretty girl out there to after you buy a car to ask you to spend $1,000 to Scotch guard your seats, and $1,000 to spray Scotch guard on your car is not worth it. But this is much more important than Scotch guarding the car. But it's costing more to rank these fleets than it is to obtain them.
We know in the first raid, all the targets will be set for ranked fleets.
A full ranked fleet.
Yep.
A full fleet of full rank.
Yeah, probably with a fucking flagship with it as well.
And it's only a 3-month cycle. And the thing is, I mean, we saw, after the first day of this last raid, when people were like, fuck this, they started adjusting crap on the fly until people started playing again. And when that happens, as a company, I'm going to want to sit down and talk to my team leads and go, why did this happen in the first place? Like, why didn't we have it come out where participation was high and we had happy customers and paying customers throughout the whole event? I mean, that's what I would want to know. That would be my goal.
Yeah, they need to turn the damage down by like 45%. It's just out of control right now.
Well, it's not the damage.
Well, kind of is. I mean, it just is. I mean, because they're going to be like that, if not more, for the raid. I'm just saying, like, for the first raid, they need to crank that shit down. It should be like 33% of like total damage, and then slowly escalate into the full power at the end.
Yeah, well, more my issue associated with it being a VXP target is the payout associated with it, and you're only getting your VXP associated with the amount of damage you take. So basically, killing your ships.
Yeah, just suicide and then repair. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have, if you don't have a R&D 30 and you don't have an officer, you're looking at 12 hours per fleet of 4. And you got to do this 15 times.
Yeah, forget that.
Which is
Yeah.
24 gold. Oh, you stick a grease monkey on, it's like 12, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to get how many grease monkeys?
Yeah. Well, I think I've still got about 21, but yeah. Not everyone else, obviously.
No,
One-
you're on
one
the top
target.
end.
One target's 15 minutes, isn't it, before it times out or something like that?
I just seen George's.
So you can maximally get 6. If you yeah 6 times out of a grease monkey. If you don't count the run back to the base to repair, so you probably get maybe 5.
But if I just want to suicide it, with a triple salty in there, run back to the base, swap it to the grease monkey, bang, it's to repair, back forward, back forward, back forward. We got to do it 15 times.
Yeah, that way
So-
you can. Yeah.
15 12s is, what's that, 150, 180? 180 gold?
Yeah, assuming that you have a grease monkey the whole time.
And yeah, that's 180 gold to fully rank the fleet. And
With
I
the
don't
grease
know,
monkey. With the
with the
grease monkey.
Yeah, if not, then you're looking at 360 gold.
Yeah.
Okay, wait,
never
I don't
gonna happen.
understand.
That's a lot of money.
So I hit it 3 times and I'm at 51%. You're saying I have to hit it another
12 times, yeah.
12 times to get
Yeah,
that
that-
25%?
Yeah,
The
because
net-
it goes up as you get higher.
It goes up a
doesn't
little.
Yeah.
Sorry, John. It goes up a little. Mine are actually at 54
Well, I know
now.
that.
I've hit a couple times, but it goes from 51 to 54. That it starts a slow crawl after 51.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, because the first one is like 570 VXP to
Yeah,
get
it
it
goes
for
to like
the first race.
25%.
Yeah, it's not exponential, but it's also not linear. It's kind of like in
Well,
between
it sort of is linear. I mean, because normally, if you take the base to get from 0 to your first rank, if you multiply it by 170, you're somewhere right around the final number. So this one's either 92.5 or 95K. In order, I mean,
It's a bit like base. It's a bit like base
right,
level.
but if that was
every-
if
every
that,
time
if
you
the
need more.
linear- Go ahead.
Sorry, it's a bit like base level. Every time you need more points to go to the next level. The next
Right,
level.
but
the
if it
next
was
level.
if it was linear, it would be 6.8% or 6.8 times for each progressive rank. It isn't though. It's weighted to the top.
okay, yeah, I was just thinking from beginning to end, it's been linear across the whole time. Yeah, yeah,
So-
they have a
consistent.
multiplier. They have a
Yeah.
multiplier on it that ends up at the
Right.
same place. Yeah.
Right. It's consistent, going from hull to hull for rank from 0 to skull, but it's not linear in terms of, like every 500 you're going to get a rank. You know what I mean? And it's not exponential where it's, going by exponents up. I mean, it's just some weird calculation that they use, which is, kind of lame too.
Yeah, and it feels like the solution is fairly easy. I mean, the complicated solution was to create some sort of strategy inside of this that would allow us to, through some sort of driving or thought process or whatnot, do better, than just, sending your ships into a target and then dying and then claiming it back. But it seems like at the very least, they need to increase the payout in order to make it somewhat comparable to what we've seen historically, and not something that's just way out of whack with what the players have come to expect from this event.
Using a grease monkey, 180 gold to rank 4 blank holes. I
20
don't think that is reasonable.
No, $20 just to get skull. Come on, man. And maybe from the girl down the corner, but I'm not for the game.
Yeah, I mean that's it. They've got to increase the amount of VXP, that the targets are throwing out. You know, because we know obviously it's got a set repair time on the fleet. So the only way it can change it is on how much VXP the actual target gives us. And then, so we have to hit it fewer times to actually rank up. Hopefully they'll see the light and do something like that, maybe in the next VXP weekend, but we'll see.
I don't know. My hope is that they would do something now, because it makes players very anxious to be in this situation, because we still don't have a calendar for December. So we're piecing together the fact that there is a VXP weekend, and the fact that they've delayed when the raid's actually going to be, and other things. We're just piecing it together. There's no calendar explaining when things are going to happen, or at this point, and we're halfway through the month, and we still don't have a calendar. But,
it's quite simple. If they don't do it, and people haven't got ranked fleets, then we won't be doing the raid, and they won't get the money.
When have they ever thought that?
But, except for what they did during this last raid, is they had the damage out of control, while we had people blitzing massive amounts to finish the raid right away, and then potentially those players wouldn't have, and then a lot of players just waited around for 24 hours or 12 hours or whatever excuse me, in order to start participating in the raid, the players that weren't blitzing. And they probably made a fair amount of money just off of the players' frustration with the targets, but feeling like they needed to keep up. So, I mean, I'm not sure if that's what they're doing here on VXP weekend. I'm not, that they're going to make it reasonable in an hour. I don't know. Or they'll, I have no idea what they're going to do, but it's not a good trend.
What they'll probably do is they'll probably add the blitz option to it.
That was a key word. It's a trend.
Yeah, well, it's not a trend that's going to end well. Side note, too, I forgot to mention the Conqueror Hull countermeasures don't work in the targets either, which is really crap.
Well, I think they said that no countermeasures work in the targets anyway, didn't they?
No, they said there was nothing countermeasurable in there for us to use countermeasures on our siege hulls.
Yeah, he's talking about Conquerors. He's talking about the Breacher.
Yep. That and the Cathodic and the whatever the hell the other ones are. I tried them all. Nothing counters anything, which is crap. So you are, your options are more and more limited.
Countermeasures disabled.
At this point, I'm just like, I mean, they're going out of their way to make sure that we can't have any odd builds anymore. If we do find something that works, it gets countered really quickly, negated something. I mean, at this point, just give us the damn already built hulls when we win them, then, and just don't let us refit them. That's about the path that we're at right now, and it's not fun. If I come up with something crazy ass build to try or anything, it either is not going to work well at all, or they've tested for it and already counted it somehow. And I mean,
they're wanting us to spend a lot of money to build the same fleet as a guy next to us, and it's like, I don't know, walking down the street and everyone owns the same car, in the same color, because that's the way it seems to be going at the moment. There's not a lot of creativity.
It doesn't work though. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but this raid, I was, I don't normally go to the forums and stuff, but I've heard somewhere that you could co-op target. There's a co-op target in there that blah blah blah. And I was really the 120, and I was really excited about it to go and do that. And I got home and I thought, before I go to bed, I'll hit one target and then I'll do my raid the next day because I was tired. Hit the target, got 6.5 hours repair from a 108, and I said, "Oh, maybe I'm just tired and didn't do it right." And then the next day, I hear all this damage stuff, and for some reason, I couldn't give a rip about that raid anymore, and I only just barely managed to get 130 million, so that I could get all the new prizes into the armor, and that was a drag.
Yeah, see,
was
I
it.
mean, I had the same thing, man. I was so sick of that raid. I think it's the lowest I've ever been on a raid. I was at like almost at 5,000th place. It was ridiculous. I couldn't deal with it.
That 6.5 hours that really bumped me off, and I didn't participate in the raid. I did my points. I didn't spend. I had $10 I was going to go and put on. I didn't do that.
But this is when they had the damage turn up to 11, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then they wound it back. But the point is the fact that they release it like that in the first place, and that is taking the piss. They know exactly, they wait for the outrage, hoping enough people's going to coin it at that, and then when people stop and the outrage starts, then they wind it back a bit as if they're doing us a favour, And no, I'm not impressed with the tactics that they're playing.
It just took the wind out of my sail right at the start, and it didn't. It wasn't enjoyable at all, and they missed out on money. I mean, I'm not going to spend it now. Bugger them.
What I had to spend on the raid, I went to the bar.
Is there an aspect of this game that's actually like fully working as intended and is fun to do?
I just think everything has become too monetized.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't have a problem with them monetizing everything as long as they don't overdo it, right? Because the thing is, in the past, it was a choice. Like either you could still get ahead and not coin, but it would take your time. Now it's both.
Yeah. That's it. There isn't, the grind option or the free grind option isn't there. Now you've got to pay and grind.
Or come up with some really off the wall stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to really enjoy doing that. And even up like 2 years ago, I mean, I know I would drive them nuts. And I know it was just weird crap that I did, but it was fun. I'd come up with stuff. It would work. Sometimes it'd counter, sometimes it didn't. But about when was it? It was the gridiron one. What the hell was the flag? The gridiron monolith. Yeah, that's what it was. The gridiron monolith. When they negated that whole build 2 days before the raid, from then on, it's been a constant. I come up with something, it's gone. I come up with something, and what? I thought it was a strategy game, right?
Look,
in
really, it went down. It went downhill from the day they changed or they separated PvE and PvP. It went down from there.
Well, there's been issues since then, but I'm saying that the whole negating of entire fleets and builds kind of progressed to the point where now you don't really have much of a choice. Like with the Eradicator, there's maybe 2 builds that I think are going to be at the top. That's it. I don't think there's going to be anything else that you can kind of go outside the box on.
Well, at this point, until the number of times you refit it with escalation stuff.
Yeah, but that's just added shit. That's not basic build. I know, George. George is talking about like strategy to where maybe you want to try this and that. You can't even try this and that anymore. You're basically forced to use this and then maybe one little extra thing. But it's basically you only have like so many things to pick out of to put on that thing.
No, I understand what he's saying. I'm not. What I was saying wasn't a positive thing. It was just that, like
there was sarcasm there.
It wasn't even sarcasm. It was just straight up. You're going to have to, what part of your Bat Ray fleet or your Razor Tail did you not refit with limited weapons or specials or
the limited weapon on the Bat Rays was worse than the one that we got, but the Razor Tails was way superior. Like the DPS number was just, there was a significant difference in that.
I don't know if it was worse. because
For
it
DPS-wise?
allowed you to make changes to your ships because of the weight difference. Because it was 200 tons less, so it allowed you a little bit more latitude in your builds. Because you couldn't do what I did with making a dedicated countermeasure ship if you just had the ripsaws. It required you to have the Gathering Storm in order to outfit the rest of the ship with pure, with pure depth charges.
Oh, I mean, well, yeah. I mean, on mine, let me see. How close is mine? No, I had plenty of room for the countermeasure ship.
No. It's not the countermeasure ship. It's the other ones. You can't go full weapons on the other ones if you're just using ripsaws. At least with my build. With my build, I had to have like 60% of the Gathering Storms in order to make weight.
Yeah, but for the DPS difference, it still made more sense to just drop a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really depends on how they factored in splash and things of that nature. Because I also noticed, I swear those Nighthawks got faster, and so I think the ripsaws might have been missing. It was sort of hard to tell, but yeah,
the circles changed because in the 110, and it happened to me a bunch of times. You could get caught if you were ordering. You could get caught and just die. Because you were just in a circle of death where you were chasing the Nighthawks around, and because it wasn't letting you get in range, you kind of would edge up. By the time you edged up to fire, it was already out of range again. So then you had to edge up again. By the time you edged up again, it was already out of range again, and I was so pissed. I lost that fleet like 4 times that way.
We had a few players in the 95 where they couldn't enter battle. And as you know, the 95, the mothership, whatever they call it in there, it just keeps spawning more ships out. So if you can't get in and get that thing dead pretty fast, you've lost the fleet.
Yep.
The 95s were easy.
They were easy if you could get in the battle.
But they were better with the razors, not the bats.
Yeah, the speed boost was nice. I'd use like 3 razors and 2 bats, or like 4 razors and 1 bat. And the speed boost was nice with the razors, so you can get to that ship fast. Those speed rings.
When I was helping people.
yeah.
So I'm kind of curious: is Simba a cat that's in love with a dog with the pug in the corner there? That's just
Oh, that picture?
Yeah.
That's my cat at the vet.
Aha. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought it was a cat that loved to cross the line, loved the pug.
No, she kind of hid there, and I snapped a picture.
Okay. Well, I never thought of a vet picture. I could go with my my picture from the piercing parlor for my mag for my
let's not go there, eh?
No, I don't use the same picture as I use on my Facebook on here.
Okay, all good. Well,
I don't think everyone wants to see the back of my hair.
It feels like we're there's not much more to say on VXP, right?
No.
Not until they make some sort of change or announcement on it. It feels
they to increase the amount of VXP we get per target
by 4 times.
Yeah, or at least double it, because we're going to have another one. But again, players are still going to be anxious having their ships at 60-some%. But yeah, I mean, it's because I'm assuming part of this is because we're having another VXP weekend. But yeah, 4 times would be great. That would be, and extend it by 8 hours, 12 hours, whatever, because players have been staying away from it. At least, if I look at my sector, there's none of those targets are getting lit up.
Yep, same. It's fatigue. People are just fed up with it. They're fed up with every time them stiffing us, And I think players are finally going, you know what, fuck it, I've had enough of this. And they're not helping themselves. They really are not helping themselves, because if players haven't got fully ranked fleets up for the next raid, a lot of them won't be doing it, or they won't get what they need, and they won't. The participation drops massively, and so does the spending. So they're not helping themselves. They really aren't.
Yeah, because they're really planning for the player that's willing to spend for everything. If they're going to plan for, everybody to have legendary fleets at this point in time.
I mean, okay, after the refactor and everything like that, I mean, I accept that there's a lot more than players at coin left in the game than the free players now. It's probably a lot of the free players that did leave. I know quite a few big coiners did, but I think the majority of the players we've got now that are left accept that they're going to have to spend some money, right, if they want to compete at any reasonable level. Yeah. But the amount we're being asked to coin is too much at the moment.
Well, I've got Eradicators to rank. I've got my Greta still isn't fully ranked. My Manico, whatever the thing is called now, is not fully ranked, and my Razor is not fully ranked either. The lead ship, it's close, but I'm not going to rack it in there and not get any VXP, and then it'll be down for 4 hours or whatnot. I'm not doing that. So bugger 'em.
Yeah, and you're not going to get a second mortgage on the house in order to rank up your Proto Apollos, are you?
Yeah, I already sold my left kidney, so there's not much left to go.
Yeah. The right one, I would charge twice as much for the right one than the left one, but yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, so they're going to do a TLC for the flag, which obviously won't have any VXP tokens in it. If they're going to drop a VXP weekend after.
The flag is going to be the Christmas event, not a TLC.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be. From what I can tell, it's going to start December 27th. And from what I can tell, also, we should expect a delay in the raid by a week.
Yeah.
Already, but yeah.
And that's another hole that we've got to get built in a fortnight, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, leads are usually a long build.
Yeah. And if the raid's pushed back a week, KXI is not going to give us any time to breathe.
This is what they're asking. This is what players are getting fatigued about, getting tired of. Trying to get a full fleet built and ranked at extortionate prices.
Yep.
In a month. And you start getting fed up with it, don't you? You just start thinking, really? You start questioning, why am I doing this?
Yeah. It's not been a good week for them, and I don't even know why they planned it this way. Because if you think about it, because I usually I do this show in order to be constructive and whatnot, and that's why I'm probably going to go out for a lot of beers and not be here for a bit. But this week, just by itself, we have a FM where everything was fucked up for a day. It was already shortened by a day. That has 3 prizes that are 2.5 million each. 2 of them are probably, I don't know how necessary they're going to be. But the 3 armors at 2.5 million, which is, we were used to prizes being
by the way,
1 million.
They give you them that you can't get enough to fit on a whole fleet out of them anyway, yeah?
Well,
I think they're special.
Again, they're limited, Yeah.
They're limited and they're and expensive. More of the point I was going for was that they're 2.5 million as opposed to something closer to like 1.1 million or 1.2 million, where the expectation would be, at least personally, that I would think that would be the number. They've also dropped on 5 TLCs on us this weekend or this week. And then we have this VXP weekend that's where we have 4 to 5 times the burden on the player as far as repairs. The whole combination is poorly
Horrendous.
thought out in my mind.
It's horrendous. You know what I mean? Don't bother thinking about sleeping.
Well, it's not even sleeping. You can sleep. I mean, you know,
Oh, yeah,
go
well,
ahead and send your eradicators out. You can sleep for 10 hours, 10 and a half. You're all good.
And you can't get daily chests anymore either.
The thing
Not
is,
that it's a big deal, but
okay, because we're only talking about the TLCs and all the other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know, repairs from there. Yeah. Now let's just say, like, my base got hit earlier. Yeah. This guy come in with the best breacher fleet I've ever seen in my life, and him, you know, and bought my base. Now, guard fleet to repair, base to repair. On top of that, other, you know, so you got to add all them up as well. Add that on top of it. You know, I mean, at the moment we're fighting with DDNA, R1, DogX, and we've got. Oh, that started the dog.
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah, and we've got an Insector Alliance jumped in as well. So it's, you know, we're pretty busy. So adding all the TLCs on top of that, the VXP weekend and all the other crap, you know, it's like getting stuff done. It's hard to get it done, you know. Yeah, I think that sometimes they ask too much.
Sometimes.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
especially they always do it, don't they? The week after the raid, they drop a ton of crap on us, you know, and it's like with a shortened FM week and with more prizes in, and then drop a load of TLCs as well, and it's like, you know, people have got lives. You know, how much time do you think we can throw into this game?
Wait until that little thingy comes up. Oh, I don't know what it's called now. What's that event called?
That's what she said.
Yeah.
The little thingy event? I'm confused by this.
No, what's that event that's coming up? The
Bounty.
Not the Festivus. What's it called? The other one.
Well, I call it Festivus. Other people call it Krampus, and then there's also going to be Bounty. There's also going to be Bounty before that.
And there's going to be something in there that we all need, and it's going to be that hard that, or that stupid that people aren't just going to do it. And, you know, only the 1%ers are going to get the main prizes again. So, plus
that's the flagship.
Yeah, but there's going to be other stuff in there as well. There'll be something else in there that you need for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know that's going to be painful, and it's going to be another. You know, we've already won the hold, yeah, and now we've got to go and spend a load more to win the flagship. We've got to get all that ranked, built, because we know the targets are going to be like geared for a fully ranked, built fleet. You know, within a month. You know, and I don't think that's reasonable. I do not think that's at all reasonable to expect the player base to have done all that in that limited time frame. You know.
Now the way things are going, FM tokens need to go back to 12. That's 6 is not enough.
Well, we got to get tokens from somewhere else. There's just no other way.
Because they think you're going to buy them in the daily deals.
Yeah, right.
Which are crap. You know?
I had a 24-hour ship build token for 47 gold.
Wow.
Yeah, you save one gold. Ooh, you save 10 cents.
Let's have a look here.
Those things should be like, what's it, 48 for one day? It should be like 25 for one day, and then maybe people would buy them. And it's still reaching for money. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, if it's 50% discount at least, you know what I mean? You think that's a deal. You know, you think, yeah, I might buy one here and there, and I want to just, I might want to speed something out. But, you know, when it's only like a few, and you think, yeah.
That's the way I used to do my coining.
Why even bother putting it there? You know?
Yeah, but I mean, the other issue is this could be just stuff they're not telling us about, and just causes stress. Like maybe in that in the winter event, that there's going to be VXP tokens for all this crap. Maybe there is. I'm not saying there is, but right now we have we have stress associated with it. So some people are going to coin some stuff, and some people aren't. And at the end of the day, we'll see where but we don't know. We don't know what the future is as far as what we should expect. Yeah, maybe that's what they're trying to put us through. I don't know.
I'm sorry to come on and be really negative, but I'm fucking pissed off with it all. I really am. You know what I mean? What they're throwing at us and how much they've asked us to do and how much they're expecting us to shovel in.
It's simple. Just don't do it. I'm not doing it. I do what I can. And then I'll slow repair. And if I don't have it, I don't have it. Can't play it, can't play it. Don't care. I couldn't give a rip. It's I used to at one stage like to be up to date with everything. But now I'm not gonna, even if I could afford it, I wouldn't spend it now. Because they're just moping us around. They're cranking up the damage so hard that it makes you want to not play the game.
Well, that's it. And it starts, thinking.
They put that much on at one time that you don't know what to do first. Now, if you stayed current with the game and you don't have enough room in the shipyard, or you deleted your icebreaker fleets, well, one of the most important TLCs you can't do.
Yeah.
So what next? What do they want? They want us to keep running with the head against the wall? Nah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility that somebody at product got their PhD in the Stockholm syndrome, and that's the only thing that I can think of that's really driving them at this point. That we feel like never mind. It's not at a good point, and they need to fix things soon. In my mind, but yeah, it's that we feel like
Is Mike sleeping?
No.
Oh, somebody's making some noise.
No, it's the fan. He'll have a fan on.
Okay. So, all right. VXP weekend. Everybody's upset about this week. Do we have much else to talk about? I mean, we haven't gone in a whole hour. I'm just trying to figure out what is worth talking about at this point in time, because it's
one of the things, I don't know if you can pull up hold on a second, let me see if I can get the link. Because I had a couple people send me some questions about the resistances and stuff on the Eradicator, right?
Yeah.
And looking at the resistances, I don't know that about the resistances. The new, someone's got their YouTube not muted.
Yeah, it's our brother guarding the northern border.
Right. So looking at the resistances, it actually looks like the old armor is actually better than the new one.
Oh, it is. It is.
In every single spot that I've put it. And then the other thing I started playing with, because I originally just had I had it laid out with just 4 different combinations, and I had the frenzy as an assumption, and I didn't put siege battery, so I got a couple more requests. I just redid the thing to include siege battery equipped and frenzy on, and both of them off. And it's really interesting to look at some of these numbers. Unless I copied this wrong, there's some weird stuff going on with these numbers.
Weird. Well, I think part of the issue, at least the way I see it, as far as the new armors, the limited armors in the FM, is we need to know what the predominant damage type is in the targets that we're going to see. And when we talked about it on Wednesday, the assumption was ballistic would be the.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's biased towards ballistic. I mean, that's what they've done in the past. But the thing is I'm looking at this and with, if you use the CL3 with no siege battery and no frenzy, you're still at 98.35% and 98.37% for resistances. I'm like, you know, what the hell? Do I even, you know, do I even bother with that crap then? Because it goes from 98.35 for ballistic, for example, to, with both of them active, 99.1.
I'm only getting 95. It might be the other armor I'm using. I was looking at this. Maybe you got it wrong. You know, with the charged Siphanite armor C1 CR. Is that any use anymore?
I would think that's the go-to armor, the baby charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm only getting 95 on each ballistic and radioactive with a rank 15 ally armor CL3 on mine.
I mean, I posted the link in our chat over here. I can't post it in the chat in YouTube, but Hefe can.
Okay.
See, that's another thing. Why do we have to now work with percentage, like points of percentages? Like if it's 99.6 or 99.54,
Yeah.
why not just give it to us? You know, the way we understand it, with 50, 60, 61, 64, 70%. It's much easier.
Yeah.
But now it's all, you know, so close to 100, and still you drop in and you get one shot it. You know, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Agreed. Whoa.
I'm gonna have to color code this because even I'm having a problem following this crap. I wrote the damn thing. Yeah. That's not a good sign.
No, that's not good at all.
Hey, can I talk about something real quick? It has to do with some of the campaigns.
Do it.
All right. Well, on the co-op boon, obviously you can have somebody help you. You need a legendary ranked fleet, like for the last round for sure, to finish it. So if you don't have one of those, use your free bats. Go do Hydra's Hollow. Get all that. Complete it twice the mastery round. Go build a blank Hydra. And throw the 2 VXP tokens on that. Now you have a ship you can take into the target, and somebody can finish it for you. I had to do that with one of my guys.
Okay.
He's out getting a beer, dude.
I know. Where the fuck is he?
Well, how do you help somebody that can't, that doesn't have any of those tier?
Well, that's what I'm just saying, though. We came into that problem. I was like, it says legendary. I'm like, dude, use your puns. He's like, it won't let me. I'm like, all right. Well, I'm like, okay, go take those bats and go blast through Hydra. Turn that shit off. Go blast through Hydra and get that and go build a blank real quick and just go on some junk and then just use the VXP tokens to legendary it. And then we'll go back in and then I'll finish it for you.
Does it say legendary or does it say a particular tier?
I didn't do it myself.
A particular tier.
Maybe I didn't do it myself. I was just going from what he said, but he did that and it worked.
Put like a gunboat in there and it's legendary.
No, it has to be a class to that. Each one has to be class. Yeah, classed as well.
So you can't even help a lot of people that don't have those tier hulls.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's ridiculous, you know. Like that,
That's
it's all.
Yeah.
It's all only a very fine line that you can thread, you know.
I have
you
a conspiracy.
To go that exact line.
I have a Team Hat conspiracy theory. I think they're breaking shit or things are going wrong, and they're just pumping things up as high as they can get it until we say uncle.
Oh yeah.
And then they come down. It's like gas prices, you know. They bring them up to $4 a gallon, and then everybody doesn't work in gallons and $4, but you'll get the point. They bring it up to $4 a gallon, and then people are complaining and bitching and moaning. And they bring it back down to $3.50 when your original base was $3, and now that it's back to $3.50, you're happy. And I think that's what they're doing here too.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah.
I think they're pushing the limit.
Yeah,
and then not coming back. And I'm going to base that on the 120, 121s because I think the damage is up at least 25% in both of those. And they're saying that it's back to what it was before. Well, I think that's what they're trying to tell us. But it's a lot of hogwash because it's not true.
Exactly.
Right.
And I don't think it's going to change again. No. It is not back to where it was pre-raid. No, it just isn't.
I agree.
Yeah, this isn't the month to even do this stuff. I mean, with Christmas being the holiday and people with families and everything, they got going to be time off and they got to buy shit.
Yeah,
Just lower stuff down so people will spend a little bit of money, but don't try to rape them.
Yeah, exactly. Got shit to buy for people. Presents.
It's a season to be giving.
So does Kickside.
Yeah, I guess I fuck so.
Yeah, I've got the wife's birthday 4 days after Christmas as well. No, 3 days after Christmas. So
Well, don't be coining then. You got to spend.
it gets very expensive.
Okay. Yeah, and then all the people on the panel that are going to dress up as Santa Claus in the mall. So yeah, we're all busy. You know, maybe that BP HQ app is going to come in handy for Santa.
That money to coin somehow there, Hefe.
Yeah, there we go. You know, see who wants to sit on your lap, Raptor.
Oh, pillow on your
Yeah, you've been very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. I wasn't sure. After I said it, I wasn't sure what your response was going to be. So, I don't know. Do we want to talk about Eradicator builds, or I mean,
yeah, I want to see something.
Something has got to come positive out of this because it's sort of draining me.
The positive is you don't need the new armor. You can get away with the charged armor from before. There's a positive.
To see one,
yeah, that's true. I mean, but you don't want one panel.
That 30 mil was nothing then.
There was like 4 people that just said something. I couldn't follow any of you. What now?
All right, is it going to deplete like they said in the other targets though?
It doesn't matter. I'm not relying on the charge. I'm relying on the resistances.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it has 18 plus of each. It has 18 plus of each, which is a total of 36.
The fact it doesn't add anything to the repair cost.
Yeah, Hefe, post that link that I put in the chat because I just updated the that spreadsheet so you can see the difference between Frenzy and Siege Battery, just Siege Battery, no Frenzy or Siege Battery.
You can't do it?
No, man.
Come on, Hefe.
I'm not an admin on the...
Hefe's getting lazy.
No, you can just share your screen. Oh, you want to copy and paste it for everybody to look at? Okay.
So they can, yeah, because it's too much crap to just kind of see while we're live.
Okay.
Because I would just, if you throw it in the chat for the...
What?
I haven't looked at it. I'm not sure what it is, but
Frenzy. Yeah. What's Frenzy?
It's like a cheap version of Bloodthirst.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Right, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've seen it coming up now on the stats, yeah. Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff there, and I know there's like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots I can probably just cut right out because I use this for a couple other things as well. So I have like weapons listed that you don't really need the weapons, but
okay. On basic stats, before we add frenzy and all the other stuff to it, my build has got 95 on both, ballistic and radioactive. Yeah. So
according to what? According to what?
According to I'm in design mode in the shipyard. Yeah. Of course.
I don't trust that thing. Fucking saved my life.
Yeah. So then it says every time we add another ship, we get 50% ballistic and 50% radioactive.
Yeah.
Which obviously we don't. But you know, it's a percentage of a percentage of a because none of that makes sense, obviously. Not trying to be stupid, but you know, if we did get 50%, then we'd end up with 145%.
No, we get 20% for each stack on the hull. And if you go into the spreadsheet, I actually have that listed as stack 1 through 5. The hull bonus is that 50% is the frenzy. I probably should have renamed that frenzy.
Yeah.
But if without the frenzy and without the siege battery, if you are running, let's see, CL3 and the new armors, you're at 98% plus resistances for both.
I didn't say 98.
98.22 and 98.23. Now, if you're running the old armor, you're at 98.36 and 98.37. And that's without siege battery or the frenzy. which is crazy to me.
We'll see. Easy. Jesus. Stop shitting down that chimney.
All right.
All right, Hefe.
Anyway, yes.
I'm already pissed off about the whole. If you missed the earlier part of the show, I'm very upset about the planning they did for the players going through this week. From the fact that they managed to fuck up the FM while it was shortened by a day. And then they threw 5 TLCs at us.
Yeah.
And then they threw VXP weekend at us with 5 times the burden on the player than we've seen previously.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
I don't think
I'm not talkative.
You think they planned it for the
I don't
player?
have a lot of good shit to say, you know, because normally I like to provide stuff for the players to be, you know, either think about or be actionable. But at this point in time, I'm sort of in a, you know, I'm in a funk as far as, you know, what to say or what to do because it doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, don't.
As far as what Kipso is doing.
You want to be positive, but there's not a lot to be positive about at the moment.
Exactly.
Well, not just be positive. I want to be constructive, and I don't have any constructive thoughts at this point as far as what's going on. Not positive, but constructive. They're in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
They know each other, but they're, you know, a little bit different.
Yeah.
So.
But you said they planned it for the players. I don't think they planned anything for the players.
No, I said what they did not. You know, yeah.
I think I know what you mean.
Explain it. Yeah, I know. Bad word.
Going about it the wrong way, I think they are. If that's, I know that's what they want. That's what they need. That's how you stay in business. But
worse. There's different ways to do it.
It's highway robbery, is what it is. You can't do that.
Well, you don't stay in business if you start driving your customers away.
No.
But look, you look at it. We've been saying that now for how long? And yet
4
they're
years.
still doing it. They're still doing it. And we're still paying for it.
Yeah, and they're doing it more than they did before.
Yeah. Can I say now that sector consolidation was proof that they've been driving customers away?
Yeah, it's worse.
You know?
There's so much shit to do. Slow it down a little bit, you know?
It's not slowing it down. It's
well, I think it is. I mean, I have to coin this, and that's not right. People at work.
I can coin the repair. I can coin the VXP on the ships. Yeah, you know, it's not like I can't afford it. I'm not going to lie. It's not like I can't, but I don't think it's acceptable.
Exactly.
I don't think it's acceptable.
You should be able to do it. If you have the top line chip, you should be able to do that. TLC without, you know, being dead in the third mission.
TLC, what are we talking about now?
I'm talking
TLCs?
about the VXP weekend. You know,
VXP is not. Just so you know, Raptor, the only way that you can get VXP is dying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What sucks because repair time sucks.
Well, no,
and the low, and they don't give you a lot of VXP, so you have to kill your ship 15 times.
Exactly, and then you got what, a 10-hour repair, something like that.
Yeah, and throughout the totality of it, depending on what you have as far as officers and research, that could be as high as 180 hours of repair.
So,
but hang on a second there, because what you're talking 1%ers here. That's what you're talking. Now, I have only got one Eradicator finished. The second one is still building. I haven't done my FM yet. I didn't have any tokens before the raid. So I'm building my second Eradicator. So I haven't even got 4 yet that I've put on the water and can rank.
But
and there's going to be a lot of other people that won't have 4 either. So you know, it's not like that for everyone. It's
not one percenters, to be honest. It's just the way you planned it. Because I didn't spend a coin. I still got extra tokens I could have used.
Yeah, I've still got 9.
It's a matter of stacking. It's a matter of stacking them, and just being smart with how you use them.
Use them in the right place. Yeah.
How many people have got that many tokens though?
I don't have. Sure.
I just used generic tokens from the FM, and I was able to get 4 out.
Toxic's just saying most players don't have that. You're talking about like the 15% that planned ahead and have 4 eradicators and have tokens. Everybody else has got like 1 or 2.
Yeah, they used other shit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I've not touched an FM token yet, and I've still got 9 one-day siege class tokens sitting there that I haven't touched yet. But you know, I always go in before I go into a raid. I normally try and save at least 1 week's worth of FM tokens before going in, if you can, you know. And I managed to this time. So,
yeah, I save a week of tokens and a week of chests,
right?
And that gets it done. You know, as far as the generic tokens, and
there is no more chests. What chests? Where are you getting the chests from?
No, I got the chests from last time. I got the chest from last. I haven't even claimed chests from this FM.
Where's the slide?
It would have been so easy to get 4 out. I mean, I've done this show before. We can do this show again. But the week before, 2 weeks before the raid. I've done this so many times. Does somebody else want to do this so it doesn't sound like?
It's easy. It's easy. The idea is the 2 weeks before the FM.
Yeah.
The first set to chests for the raid, you save the first 2 weeks prior. You open up those chests and save those tokens. And the one right before the raid, you save those chests. And then after the raid, you can build your holes. But now you're not going to have any of that this one because we're going to need everything just to get these ships ready for this raid. We could do it last time because it was the end of the raid and we already had all our shit done.
Yeah. No, yeah, the first raid always sucks. If you're not ready, you're screwed.
But what I'm saying is that there isn't many people that do that. Like I use my token. When I get them, I built my what do you call them, breaches with that. I wanted to have a breacher out. I want to hit bases. I don't want to do raids and chory crap. I want to hit a base. So I put my tokens under the breaches.
Yeah, I know. That's right.
So and some people will have done the same, or some people would still be putting tokens on the on the razor blades to get them done to finish them off. Not everyone's in the position that they already got four eradicators out and on the water. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that's kind of the point I'm trying to make as well. It's like, yeah, I can do it, but I'm not happy with how much they're asking us to pay to do it.
Oh.
The VXP and stuff like that. I mean, I 4 holes built, but how much it's costing? That's the problem. From my perspective, and even people that have got them, and I understand a lot of people, as like you said yourself, Toxic, don't even have 4 holes yet built to be ranked. And this is it. They're asking us to do too much, and the only way you can get everything done, the majority of people, is to coin speed up fleets. You know what I mean? Yeah? And it's the amount of money that they're actually asking to do that. I mean, at the end of the day, this is only a game, but they're making it very expensive.
Exactly, and you do it over and over and over. It's not just a one-time thing.
I don't think it's reasonable. I really don't. I think at the moment, the amount we're being asked to spend is reasonable. Now, I'll reiterate the fact that I can afford to do it, right? But I question why I'm doing it.
Exactly. Spending on
yeah, because one of the big issues is, okay, you might be able to spend something if there was. What's the challenge in this VXP weekend? Oh, what do you find to be challenging besides spending? Except for spending gold. What's the challenge?
Just getting the holes out. Just getting the holes to rank.
There's no reward. There's no reward for actually being creative or being a good driver or anything like that, because it's just a suicide mission, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. There is no challenge. It's basically shovel money at them.
Yeah. Throw one weapon on. Good.
Yeah.
Make it. Yeah. You don't even know what's going to do. You're just
as repeating again, going back to the tiny amount of VXP that's actually coming out of each target isn't, to me, I don't find that acceptable.
No, like Cafe said, 16 times. That's ridiculous.
I think 15, I think it was. Yeah, but I still don't find that acceptable.
Yeah, five should do it.
And that's with the triple salty that you have to keep rolling for those too if you don't have enough.
Yeah, and if you don't have that, well, then guess what? You got to do it 25 times.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had a shit ton of tokens because
I understand that, but everybody's not in that.
No. I fully appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah. And you need the monkey as well. If you don't have the monkey, that'll be
right.
It'll be close to $40.
Double it up, right?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, and that's even with a grease monkey, I don't think it's reasonable.
Yeah, exactly.
Like without one.
With the grease ouch.
I don't spend that kind of money in a raid.
No, I don't spend that kind of money anytime, really.
I spent 2 coins in this raid, and it's because I clicked wrong.
But, okay, and that's, as I said, that's only this weekend. We've still got to go out and win, all right, the flagship, and then rank that.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't be a half repair. It won't be a half repair event either.
No,
very. It's not going to be like a VXP weekend, like a VXP day.
It's going to be like one of those special.
Like a day, right?
Like the Halloween thing and the Thanksgiving thing. If I got it right.
That's cool. So you can actually do it.
It's cool, but it's a mini raid, and there's no half repair.
Yeah, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you time. It's going to cost you seat time, or it's going to cost you money.
Not even that. It's just that whole the blank regular one's like a little over 4 days. So the flag, is going to be like 8 or 10, and then it's like there's not even enough time to have that thing ready for the raid.
They should just release the bloody flag in the raid with the rest of it.
Yeah,
you're not going to.
There's another thing we haven't talked about, and that's the bounty. Now you got the new armor. You just got that in the raid, so you have to fit that on your conqueror ships to hit proper player basis. So there's more coin you have to spend. There's no way.
Well, I've been doing all them like I think it's only about a day and a half, isn't it? A day and a few hours for each piece of armor. Yeah, so I've just been sticking them in the conqueror yard and sort of doing them as I go.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
I mean, there is a TLC where you can get conqueror class tokens, but I don't know how difficult that is.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It's only for tier 7 though. It won't even work on the breacher.
Yeah, it's 8. Yeah. Close. It should be like open.
That Turrets of Terror TLC it's ridiculous.
I haven't tried.
You have to use dragons in that one. And I was within a shot or two of my entire fleet being gone with just price spec 1.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, no, I use my man.
I'm done with that. No, you won't.
No, the other one. And I can't remember what the name of it is. The one where you have to use your man. And that was pretty rugged. Wasn't good. I beat it, but this is the first stage, the first prize pack. Pretty much wiped out the whole fleet. That's a shitload.
Are you talking the Conqueror one?
I think that's the one. Conqueror one. Yeah.
Yeah, I only had 4 hours of damage for the whole thing.
Yeah. I didn't drive. I just autoed. I probably shouldn't have. But sorry.
Do you have the Cretus?
Yep.
Use that for the lead.
I have missiles, though. I don't know if you got scatters.
I'm using scatters.
Yeah, see, I got all minor missile.
But I heard missiles work better.
Yeah. Worked good until about 3. And then
You have to drive it.
Looks good.
Yeah, that's a problem. I autoed the thing, and I was like, wow. I had like a quarter of life after the fourth one.
Well, the Manticores like to separate.
Yeah.
So you have to keep them together.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get less damage.
Yeah. I'll try driving. Oh well, I'll repair it overnight. It'll be all better.
That's, I mean, but the base ones, they're only good, obviously, for the generic structure build tokens. But another one is it's the length of time again. So, sorry, going to come on another negative. The 18 days to build or to upgrade, the portal. Now, most people are using their portals as part of their 25% bubble pad.
It's ridiculous. 18 days, really.
Now, you imagine you're trying to upgrade it, and it's getting it every 12 hours or every fucking 36 hours, depending on how things go.
Yeah, bad luck. Yeah.
That 18 days ends up becoming 25, 30 days. You know,
exactly, double it. Yeah, if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna pop out. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good weekend and good luck with whatever this VXP thing is. Because
later, George.
All right, good night, everybody.
Later, have a good day.
George.
Later, George. Yeah, I don't think we have much more to say. If they make a change in the show, in the VXP, maybe we'll do a show tomorrow, and try and talk about, I'm assuming it's still going to be a fucking suicide target, but at least change. I try to do constructive things on the show, and I just couldn't find anything today. So
the problem they've got now, because they paint themselves into a corner. If they now make it starts dropping more points, everyone that paid the original fee starts going ballistic as well, because they went, hang on, I paid in 180 gold or 360 gold to rank my fleet, and now you're paying out 3 times the amount of VXP.
Well, except for we also had the players that were blitzing the last raid, and had, before anybody was really doing it, they had 1 billion points.
Yes.
You know what? I did not blitz the last raid, and I had over 1 billion points.
No, I'm talking to the people that had before they made the changes in the first 24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't blitz anything and you had 1 billion points in the first 16 hours,
No, I was at work.
okay.
What kind of work? Kicks.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
I hit the first target when it was at stupid level of damage, and I thought, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Yeah.
I really thought I was at the point. I thought, right, that's it, I'm walking.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then when I dropped the damage down, I thought, okay, yeah, I can do this. I was that close to thinking, yeah, do you know what? Fuck you. That you are taking the piss.
Fucking done. Yeah.
Because when you come up against that, when you and it's a game, as I keep trying to reiterate, this is a game, yeah. And when you come up against that, and you're thinking, hey, what the fuck are you thinking? Honestly. And then you think, I don't need a part of this shit. This is like abuse almost. Yeah.
But how many players didn't come back after they'd done the first target for 7 or 8 hours repair? Oh, you didn't lock back in and say, it's changed.
A lot.
Yeah, that's the issue, and I hear from people like, oh, no, they're even melting down players melting down their bases over this, which is silly nonsense.
Yeah.
I mean, why the hell do it?
We've had a player. He's scrapped everything. He's just got 1 gun back left.
Yeah, but why do it? Just walk away, and then maybe come back later if you want to.
Agreed.
So there's no reason to be doing
I
that.
understand.
Kind of stuff.
I find it very sad when people do that, but then I can understand why he did that as well, because fucking fed up with the shit that he keeps getting served up on a weekly basis.
Yeah, but I don't understand it from the perspective of why. I mean, why spend the time doing it?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a 3 million ID, so he's been around.
No, but I mean, like, why spend? Because it takes time to do that. Why even do it? Why just don't log back in?
I think that they're just trying to get back at Kicksite and hoping.
But what ramifications does this have on Kicksite? It's just
oh, I lost one player. They don't care. No, I know that.
Yeah.
They don't care.
No. I mean, no. If I was going to leave, I wouldn't be scrapping everything that I got. I'll just be,
leave.
Just walk. Yeah, just walk. Delete it.
That's right. I just leave it.
But it might make the player feel better when he sees the base go back to nothing.
It just prevents him from coming back if he wants to. If things get fixed, it's.
I mean, the irony of
it's sort of like a child, the way I look at it. But
the irony of it is, I mean, he has been on like comms more since he scrapped his base, theoretically, than before. Because he's like, everyone come and hit my base, empty my warehouses, and he's just using the gunboat so he can pop his base again to let people come back in and empty his warehouses and stuff.
I mean, that whole thing I find silly. I mean, but but is there anything that we want to talk about before we proceed to the after show? Because it's I'm not going to do a 3-hour show on this nonsense.
No.
Okay. Alrighty.
Oh
well, if they change things, everybody, we'll have a show tomorrow night and open mic show, trying to help people recover from the lag that we've had as far as getting your ships for the next raid to where you want them,
and the hangover,
and what?
The hangover too.
Yeah. Okay. But that that's what we'll try to do tomorrow if that's if that's in the works. Otherwise, I don't really I don't have much to say as far as like
damn it,
how to improve your game at this point, because this is besides just coin 5 times as much as you did last time.
Yeah, shovel money.
I don't want to coin.
No. Yeah. I mean, it's not even. Yeah, it's not even. I mean, just to leave it at this before we go off, it's not even just coining. It's coining just to suicide your ships. Yeah. It's not even like there's any ability that you have to influence your outcome. It's like you're a prisoner at this point.
Prisoner. Prisoner war.
Well, no, I'm just saying that you don't have any choices associated with what's going on. So, all right, well, I think we'll proceed to the after show, and I posted the link on the right hand side in case anybody'd like to join. And like I said,
to leave,
to make any changes.
Hefe?
Yeah,
I do have one thing that might help some players.
Okay.
Why you can use your tier 7 and tier 8 conquerors in the snowfall campaign to get res and get your walls done.
Yeah. That's true. And, you can also use them in the 100s.
Unless you already did it.
Yeah. There is, because that may end at some point soon. And to be honest, if you're resource constrained, I wouldn't use your walls. I would fortify. I would fortify my outposts first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would do the warehouses, because the way the game is set up right now, you want your warehouses to you want one warehouse next to your outpost for your center island, and then you want to have antagonistic warehouses as far as the tactical tactical stuff that you have on them, as far as lowering their reload, as far as lowering the splash, as far as doing anything else.
You don't want to leave them out like front anymore?
No, because the people are going to come and farm your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to put them in a mid position. You want to put them in a mid position. You want to put.
All right.
You want to put one warehouse next to your outpost that's going to boost your center island, and then in a mid position, like right after, like right when you bubble, you want to put them in a mid position that's going to boost your shit and make it antagonistic for the ships that come in as far as doing other things. And so adding the fortifications makes them last longer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Especially the splash.
Well, there's a lot of specials. Once you start taking a good look at it, there's a lot of specials that provide benefits when your base gets hit. So I would take a good hard look at that. So
we'll talk to you.
And the other positive thing is, I really did have fun hitting the 88 with my my 3 breaches. It was fun to do.
Yep.
So
with cannons on it, or
it's got 2 have got cannons and 1 has got a scatter.
Yeah.
And it was really fun to do. You can do it without dying. You can finish a whole target off without dying. So yeah, it's fun.
That's what I did. I did a mix.
Okay. Well, let's go.
Was you hitting it to rank, or was just hitting it to get the? Was you hitting it to rank, or just to get the tokens?
Well, first to rank, and then after I didn't get many VXP points, I just thought I'd finish it off and see what happens. And yeah, it's fun. It's fun to do.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's proceed to the after show because we've spent an hour and a half on nonsense. Not blaming any of you guys or myself. It's just there's nonsense going on, and that's all we had to talk about. So let's proceed to the after show. The link is on the right hand side in case anybody would like to join. But yeah, good luck with VXP weekend, and yeah, I'm not certain how they're how they're figuring out if they're going to fix it.
Just do it, dude.
No, that's the opposite of what I'm going to say. The opposite of what I'm going to say. Yeah, just don't do it now, or just do it now. That's not really what I'm thinking. But yeah, I was actually thinking the opposite. So yeah, good night, everybody, and we'll see you either tomorrow night. I'll put up a briefing or a link for tomorrow night's show if they change things radically and we can get into more constructive mode, or I'll see you on Wednesday and we'll see how things are at that point. So good night, people.
Bye.
Nighty night.
Good night.
See you later.
Night, everyone.